Welcome once again to Veg Chat Show. Veg Chat Show is a live and interactive weekly multi-platform broadcast for both the veteran and non-veteran community. Each episode addresses issues and topics that impact current and former members of the United States Armed Forces and their families. We provide a positive outlet for veterans to discuss themes relevant to them, focusing on needs such as fitness, family, finance, education, entertainment, and empowerment. And right now, live in the studio, we have a very special guest, DJ DivaLin. DJ DivaLin,
Hey.
Welcome to Veg Chat Show.
Thanks for having me.
So, DJ DivaLin, tell us a little bit about your background and how you got started DJing.
Well, I started about 4 years ago, but I should have started 20 years ago. I basically wanted to DJ since I was a little girl, so about 9 or 10 years old. But of course, as a young lady and growing up with both my parents and my two older brothers, I was pretty much sheltered. And my parents basically said that, that's not a place for you to be a DJ. It's more of a male dominant environment. So, we prefer you not to DJ. So it was definitely one of those things that my parents didn't encourage. But I would be around my brother's friends who were DJs and grew up with other friends that I went to high school with, and they were DJs. And I was always fascinated with it. But it was just one of those things in the back of my mind, like, I know I could do it, but I just didn't have the encouragement from my family. So continued on with high school to college to graduate school, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker, but it always remained in the back of my mind that this is something that I wanted to pursue. So I decided I'm going to do it this time, and I've been doing it ever since, and I'm going to continue doing it.
Now that we have a sense about the what, but tell us about the why. Why are you so passionate about the art of DJing?
I'm very passionate with music. Despite of my parents not encouraging DJing, it was one of the things that I grew up with, having music in the household. I had my mother who listened to pop and folk music, but then I had my father that listened to R&B music, and then my brothers with hip hop music. So I pretty much listened to anything, and I would be jamming to Motown music, and then eventually getting to Michael Jackson. The hits at that time was new with the Thriller album, and then turn it again to dancing to the Beatles. I mean, I listen to every single thing. So music is therapy to me, and it makes me feel good. And that's what I love about DJing.
Tell us about barriers and challenges as a female. What barriers did you face, and how did you overcome it?
It's still something that I'm overcoming at this time, as being a female in this male dominant industry. I think I get a lot more questioning about my skills because of being a female, and if people see how my physical appearance is, I actually don't look like a female, but there's no way of looking like an actual female. So I get judged a lot. I get ridiculed a lot, but it's just something that I just have to continue to overcome with the male dominant industry that we have, and just keep on striving. I just have to try harder than the males that are in the industry.
What about mentors? Mentors are very important. Who are some of yours, and who did you look up to? Who inspires you?
Well, there's Jazzy Joyce, there's Coco Chanel, but my mentors that I looked up to, there's DJ Parallel, there's the man DL, and DJ Zeno, who actually stood by my side as I was self-teaching myself to DJ. So they were there for tips. To this very day, they're there to give me some extra tips for me to enhance my skills. So I appreciate every single last one of them.
How does a female DJ break into the music industry?
You definitely want to network and get to know the people out there, so you can get your name known out there. But you got to be really skillful as being a female DJ. You got to do something that's pretty unique to get yourself noticed out there. And that's something I can continue to strive with. And that's why I appreciate those DJs, because they have unique styles that they strive with to this very day.
Do you have any tips and advice for today's up-and-coming DJs?
Yes, I do. Something that I wish someone would have told me, but just continue with your dream. Don't let nobody tell you that you cannot do this because of being a female, or they prefer you to do some other occupation. Don't stop. Continue to strive with the techniques that you're learning as a female DJ and just make yourself known out there.
In terms of technique, how do you get the crowd hype? Is your focus more on music or vocals? How do you get the crowd hype? Explain.
It depends on the song. It's both. There's certain songs that have cue points, that certain vocals that get the crowd going, and you gotta study your crowd because every crowd is different. So it could be the vocals and you could get some crowd participation, but it could be the music. It's the song that people go crazy over. There's songs that are from back in the day that everyone would still go crazy, like Before I Let Go. Like that song, everybody gets up and dance no matter what age that you are. So it depends on the song.
What is your DJ setup like? Do you use laptop, CDs, turntables? What's your weapon of choice, if you will?
Well, I have my laptop. I have my Apple. I use the Newmark NS7. That's my baby right there. So I just love that system because it's very close to using the actual vinyl. Because I know nowadays everyone is on the laptop now. You never see anyone with actual vinyl, but you want to stay close to vinyl as much as possible to keep the realness of DJing and the techniques of it. That's what I like.
What is your format and your main listening audience like? I'm loving the neo soul mixes you did for Vet's Chat Show.
Thank you.
But what other formats do you work with?
Yeah, I really love my neo soul mix also, but yeah, I'm a neo soul listener to the heart. But I love my hip hop, I love my R&B, I love my old school. But my personal favorite is the 90s hip hop music. That's my favorite, and you may even hear the passion from it when I play my mixes from the 90s. Basically, I can play anything. I can go from Latin music. I can go from playing calypso, or I can play reggae. You ask me to do it, I'm going to do it.
What's next for DJ DivaLin? Where do you see yourself in the future? Where do you want to be?
I would like to have the opportunity to travel more to see how different places rock out. I mean, I'm from New York City, but I'm sure Miami is rocking out. I'm sure that China's rocking out. I'm sure that Australia is rocking out. I would love to have the opportunity to travel and see how those places are, so then I can experience that culture, and I would just enjoy playing for any crowd around the world, basically.
I'm sure that in your time and experience, you've had many memorable moments in touring and in parties. Why don't you tell us about some of those and what that was like?
There was this one party that I did for a 60-year-old Puerto Rican female celebrating her birthday, and she wanted nothing but Latin music. I'm African American, so I'm not, well, at the time I wasn't too familiar with any Latin music, so I really had to study bachata and salsa and reggaeton. So that was a great experience. I was very nervous, and I'm sure every DJ can experience that they try not to show that they're nervous, but I was. But I really rocked that party, and to see all different age groups dancing to different types of music, and my confidence level just went from from all the way up to 100 and then some. And that's when I truly see that I can really do this with any kind of music whatsoever. So that was a breakthrough experience for me.
What was the feedback like? What did the people say?
They were coming up to my table and saying, "Oh, you're amazing. What's your card so we can book you again?" And it was this great feedback to have different people from different age groups and males and females coming up to me and saying, "Wow, we came in and believe that this is a female playing. We have to turn around and do a triple take, not even a double take, a triple take." So that feels really good to get that good feedback. Really positive.
Now let's switch gears for a little bit and talk about veterans and social work and healing. As a social worker, I'm sure that music can have a therapeutic value on others and help them heal. Talk a little bit about that from your perspective.
Well, music is a tool for people to relax. It's a coping mechanism that people sometimes don't even recognize is what they do. They come home from work and they just turn on that radio and they put in that CD of their favorite artist and they zone out. It puts you in a zone of comfortability. It relaxes your mind, and music is for the soul. Sometimes we have a soundtrack of our lives that we can relate to. And we can hear that song over and over again. Music is therapy within itself.
Are there any programs that you work with that you think can really help veterans out there today?
Yes. My agency that I work with called Fordham Tremont Community Mental Health Center, they have a program specifically for veterans and their family members if they need any assistance for therapy individually, family therapy, group therapy, or couples therapy to help them deal with the issues as a veteran or a veteran's wife, a veteran's child, or what have you. I also know this other program that I used to work for called the Institute for Family Health. They have a case management program, meaning if there's any concrete needs that a veteran may need or a veteran's family member may need, like health insurance and other public assistance benefits. And veterans sometimes don't want to deal with the veterans hospital for their own personal reasons. But this is not something to single them out. It's just assistance for the veterans to get what they deserve.
What about, are there any other suggestions to help address the special needs of our women veterans, our sheroes, from your perspective?
There are some special needs that women in the military have been dealing with as being caregivers and their role that is expected as a woman. And there's a lot of stereotypes with that that's dealt with in the military services. And women needs to address those issues. So I suggest for them to seek for therapy, so at least they have that outlet to express their feelings regarding the issues that they're dealing with, and also bring along with their family members to help them deal with those issues too, because of the stereotypes that occur nowadays.
In your perspective, is there anything that you think we can do to help them?
For women that's in the military services, it's just inspiration I would like to give for them. As a social worker, I want them to seek the services that are out there because it's there for a reason. I don't want people to feel like it's a stigma, like something's wrong with you for seeking out these services. It's there for you to assist. But then as a DJ, therapy with music, you want to utilize that or identify that you do love music to calm you down, and when you're coming home and want to listen to some music while you're cooking dinner, or you're having music playing while you're getting ready to get in the shower or the bathtub. And those are the things that I want people to realize, women and men in the military services. Music is for the soul.
Let's talk about social media for a second. How important is the social media to connecting audiences today from your perspective?
It's very important because everybody uses social media nowadays. So everyone's on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you name it.
Do you use any mainstream social media like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or any others?
Yes, I do. So, yep, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, since it's pretty much the mainstream of social media nowadays. So I'm there. DJ DivaLin is there.
Okay. What about websites, apps, or applets? Do you use any of them? And give us some feedback and how effective that is.
My best feedback came from SoundCloud.com. I have mixes on there, including my Neo Soul mixes, if anyone wanted to download it for themselves. That has been a great experience because I have been receiving feedback, not just from people from New York City or the States, but from around the world. So I receive feedback from people from China, from Turkey, from Great Britain, and that really amazed me that I am being listened to in other places and I'm reaching out to folks from there. So SoundCloud is my favorite website to really express my musical talents as a DJ and put the mixes on there for anyone to listen to.
All right. Why don't you tell us about some of the music that you currently have, probably right now on your iPod? What are you listening to? Tell us, what's on your iPod right now?
I think my main song that I listen to right now is Fine China from Chris Brown. That is my joint. And I think the main song that gets me turned up, as people would say, is Brigatti from Ace Hood. That song really gets me going too, surprisingly. But Also on my iPod, I gotta have my classics on there. I gotta have my Barry Whites. I gotta have my let's see, my Mary J. Blige's, my Guy, my I'll Be Sure. You see, I'm in the '90s again. I got my Public Enemy. I mean, I can go on and on and on.
Well, we're running short on time, but before we leave, we want to give you an opportunity to tell us a little bit about how can we get in contact with you.
Okay, so you can contact me in different ways. I have Gmail. It's djdivalin@gmail.com. I'm also on Facebook. You can look me up as DJ DivaLin, and Twitter as DJ DivaLin. You can look at my mixes on soundcloud.com/DJ-DivaLin. I'm out there. You can come find me. Google me.
Is there anything else that you would like to talk about that you haven't mentioned already?
I would like to say I really appreciate this time to speak to you and speak to the vets out there, because it's one of the populations that I hold dearly with as a social worker, as a DJ. So I thank you for this opportunity, and thanks for having me.
Wow. Thank you, DivaLin, for being such a wonderful guest on Vets Chat Show.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank you. We salute you for all the work that you're doing. All right. So we're going to freestyle here for a little bit.
All right.
All right. Since she comes from the clinical background as a social worker, we're going to play word association. How about that?
Oh, okay.
Tell us your picks. Now, DivaLin is into the music, but she's also coming from a female perspective, and we would like to get some insight on what her favorite things are. So, DivaLin, which one is it going to be? Flats or heels?
Heels.
Okay, she got us. All right, you hear that? All right, we getting there. All right, let's see. What else can we learn about DivaLin? Let's talk about vacation, cruises or beaches?
Beaches.
All right. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're going to get into some sense of styling. Let's talk about hair. Hair, and this is 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I guess, is for the ladies. Well, we'll do ladies first. Ladies, 2013. Hair, long or short?
Long.
All right.
But you see a lot. Let me be quiet.
Long is good. Let's talk. All right. So we're going to go off. We're going to go off topic here. Uh-oh. Wait.
No.
What?
No, 'cause I'm about to say ladies love long hair. If it's real or not real, you're going to see long.
Okay. It's long.
But
that's it. That's
DJ
what's in.
DivaLin is real.
DJ DivaLin is real.
DJ
all the
DivaLin,
time.
All the time.
It's just a word association game,
All
and that's
day,
all it is. So
all
that's
day,
cool.
every
We're
day.
having fun. We're having fun here in the Vets Chat Show. So we're gonna keep talking about our topic is music. That's what DivaLin does. She's a DJ, and she's sharing some of the things that she does. She talked about her life. She talked about her passions and skills as a DJ.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. What else can we talk about? I know what we could talk about. And this is just a human to human, and the Bronx is all full of food. Why don't we talk about food for a second and give us a sense of you as a person,
Okay.
your cultural style.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about two things. We're going to talk about food, and then we're going to talk about fashion, and then we're going to talk about alibi fun. Food, fashion, and fun. Let's start with the food. And
Alrighty.
DivaLin,
Yes.
tell us about some of your favorite foods.
Pizza.
You can elaborate. You got about a minute.
I love Italian food, but pizza is my ultimate favorite. There's nothing like a New York City slice that you can fold with the grease at the bottom.
What about the toppings?
Pepperoni most of the time, but I'm more of a cheese kind of girl.
Okay.
Yeah, and I love my lasagna. I love my spaghetti. I love my penne alla vodka. Italian is my favorite food.
That's right. What I like about food is similar to music, and because they're so universal, everybody eats.
Absolutely. You gotta eat. You gotta eat.
If you're from New York and you're from the Bronx, we're all foodies, but we're all foodies at heart.
Yes.
So do you watch a cooking channel or anything like that?
I actually don't, but I recently was thinking that I should, so I can kind of enhance a little of my cooking skills that I already got.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's good to know, too. Okay, so we're gonna get into fashion, the sense of fashion. Why don't you tell us what are some of your fashion favorites, especially for this summer?
Fashion favorites. I think this summer I'm gonna be rocking more Nikes.
Nikes.
I'm gonna be rocking more Nikes to be more comfortable. Um,
I could get that. I could get that. It's important to exercise and be out there. It's practical, especially if you're working in the city.
Yes.
I see a lot of women wear the sneakers and take them off when they get to work or wherever they got to go to.
Yeah, you got to be comfortable where you're going, because by the time you get to work and you're in pain, you can't even focus on what you need to do. So you got to be comfortable no matter where you go. Even though I said heels, I love my heels, but you got to be comfortable.
Oh, I get it. I've seen quite a few women start the day with the sneakers and with the heels, and when they get back to where they got to go back.
Yeah.
So I guess it's a two-pronged thing. They wear the sneakers for practicality, but what about exercise? Are you into any fitness kind of gyms or anything like that?
I work out mostly at home, so I do different exercises to kind of keep my toning up, basically.
With the weather approaching, do you think you'll be outdoors a little bit more?
I will be. I will be. Yes.
Okay. Now, what did you mention before with the cruise and the beaches? Which one was it for you again?
Beach.
Beaches. Okay. All right. So you are outdoors person, because you mentioned before you exercised primarily indoors. If you have the beach and some opportunities, are you considering working out outdoors as well?
Yeah, I'll work out both places, indoors and outdoors, just to, get what I need to do to keep fit.
Here's a tip for you. I went to Hawaii not too long ago. I think that you summons that into the universe. That'd be a great thing. In Hawaii, oh my Lord, you can have the food that you were just mentioning that you love to eat.
Right.
You could have plenty of sun and beaches. If you so choose, you could even have a cruise. And you'd see plenty of history with the land of President Barack Obama.
Right, exactly.
His footprint is there. So if
Awesome.
you ever get a chance to rock out, let's talk about that. Hey, is everybody listening? I knew there's a huge Hawaiian base that's a military base out there in Hawaii. Would you be open to maybe spinning there or looking at it, that as a possibility?
Absolutely. I would love to go out there and rock with the Hawaiian folks.
That's cool. Just make sure you call me too.
Yeah, yeah, you're coming with me.
Yeah, we got a crew and one man is here also, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, that would be a great thing.
So we got the food. We talk a little bit about the fashion. On the last note on that fashion, what about any colors that are happening? What is you think is
bright
is
colors? Bright colors for females, you stand out. So you want to have the bright colors on your fingers. You want to have the bright colors on your toes with the pretty pedicures. You want to have the bright colors, even with the nice little flower in your hair.
Oh my goodness! You just got the female audience in love with you. I'm sure look. Right now. That's a good thing, because right now a lot of females dig you. Your mixes are hot, might I say?
Thank you.
You're welcome. But all credit really, goes to you, and you created a vibe. You got a good niche. And I could see you definitely doing well in this industry and doing well in those genres and wherever you choose to make it be. And you may have had situations, but situations certainly don't have you. You're here right in front of me, and you're doing so well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let's see what else. We got the food. We got the fashion. Now let's talk about the last F, fun. What does DJ DivaLin like to do for fun?
I love to dance. I love to dance, and that's my passion with music. So before being the DJ, I was one of those people in the audience that's rooting the DJ on because I was in the middle of the dance floor. So I was out there winning those competitions. I was
my
out
goodness,
there.
she's out there like that.
Yes,
that's serious.
Yes, I was out there like that. So I I'm gonna be dancing in right next to my turntables and getting into it to a point. I'm like, oh, I gotta get ready to transition to the next song because I'm too busy into it dancing. So I love to dance.
That's hilarious. Because a lot of times, when she was saying, all right, I like to dance. Well, DJs mostly do like their own little two-step kind of by the side. True. So she said she was dancing. I was just saying, all right, okay, yeah, cool.
No, it's more than two steps.
A lot of DJs just do, a little 1-2, little head nod. You know how it goes, and that's how dance.
No, it's more than to it. So no, okay. I love to dance. I love listening to music. I love to travel.
Okay, so she does a whole show. She brings it. Look, she's on both sides of the turntable. I don't know how she could do it. She put the record on, get out there.
It has been done.
Wait for the break. Okay.
It has been done.
Ladies and gentlemen out there, that means you got to see how this happens. We actually have a DJ that is so into it that she's so much into the crowd that she's going to shout them up, put the song out, and get in the middle of the dance floor with them.
Exactly. That's how I do.
What about, you mentioned some of that party rocking earlier on and some of the sets. I could actually see you maybe kicking off the electric slide or some of those. Yeah. And what's the other stomp one that people are into? Some of the crowd favorites for special events.
Right now, everyone is into the wobble.
The wobble.
The wobble.
What's that look like?
The wobble is a dance. It's a line dance, very similar to electric slide. There's a little twist to it. I have to show you one day.
All right. We're going to look that up right now, and we're going to take a break, and we're going to leave you right now with the song The Wobble and come back with more on Veg Chat Show. So keep it right here. We're going to go to Wobble. Check this out.
All the shorties in the club, let me see you just back it up, drop it down, let me see you just get low, scrub the ground, let me see you just push it up, let me see you just wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, yeah. 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 Bag it up, make a bag it up. Hey, big girl, make a bag it up, make a bag it up. Hey, big girl, make a bag it up, make a bag it up. Hey, big girl, make a bag it up, make a bag it up.
All right, we still here coming back from break, and we still in the studio live right here with DJ DivaLin.
Wobble, baby, wobble, baby.
So now I know I'm enlightened and I'm educated during the break. I was finding out about the wobble and the music, and there's a dance to it apparently.
Yes.
Apparently I don't know it. So I got to get out more. All right.
It's easy to learn. It's easy to learn.
All right. Well, DJ DivaLin's going to be running the dance floor. I'm sure she's going to make it happen on both sides. Yeah, so look, DJ DivaLin, we had a really good time. We had a great conversation. We can talk forever, and I just wanted to thank you again for being a part of today's show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, and you're welcome. And I want everybody out there to listen to some of these mixes. Right now we got her mixes playing in the background, and it's going to come up full volume, and we're going to rock out with the rest of this show listening to the sounds of DJ DivaLin.
Yeah.
Do you got any shout outs that you want to give out to any of your friends, families, listeners?
Well, I want to give a shout out to Nate. I want to give a shout out to DJ Sino. I want to give a shout out to Demand DL, DJ Parallel, my girls Charlene and Karan and Sean, and my son Sean.
Oh, okay. That's beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, my Lord. So then we're going to have to give a shout out to you, because this is the month of May, and we all want to wish you a very happy Mother's Day on Veg Chat Show. On behalf of all veterans, we salute you for the work that you do.
Thank you very much.
On that note, we're going to close out on the Veg Chat Show. Thank you so much for listening. See everybody next week. Bye.